My name's Mike Goto, head of school for Unbound Academy, where we're focused on three things. Number one, we want to see your student grow 2 times academically compared to their peers. Number two, we want them to love school. And number three, we want your student to learn life skills. Today, we're going to introduce you to Sarah, one of our students who took her life skills to the next level and has actually had a book published on Amazon during her time at Unbound Academy.
Hi, my name is Sarah Seema. I'm in 7th grade, and I go to Unbound Academy. I am a 2-hour learner, and I use the life skills program that Unbound offers. I'm here today because I published my first book.
So Sarah, you mentioned that you're a 2-hour learner. Can you talk a little bit about your experience with Unbound and what those academics look like?
So academics are in the morning. We do them for 2 hours with 25-minute Pomodoros and breaks in between. Each Pomodoro, we focus on different subjects like math, reading, writing, ELA, and other less important subjects like science or history.
Ouch,
Wow.
less important. I was a social studies teacher.
Sorry. I mean, I like social
That's okay.
studies,
It's
but
okay.
we're more encouraged
you
to work
mean.
on like math.
So 2-hour learning. So you're doing learning 2 hours a day only, where some of your
Yes.
classmates and peers are in classes that are an hour long and in a 7 to 8 hour school day. Or how are you learning more math and reading compared to them?
Well, the math, reading, and other subjects, they're tailored to each student. So if you're, say, falling behind in math, it adjusts so it has a lower grade for math, but say you're better in reading, you could have a higher grade in reading. So that way, it just bumps you up slowly by slowly, so you're actually learning double, and you're not struggling with some subjects, and you are excelling in others. So you're not behind, but you're also not ahead. So you're not doing stuff you don't know and can't grasp, and it bumps you up little by little, so you're slowly learning things a little bit harder, but you actually have time to grasp it and actually get what it means. You're right in the place where you're supposed to be.
So a lot of people, when they hear about Unbound Academy and they hear about our use of AI, they get scared that we're attaching you with a robot and you're just working with a robot all day. So tell us a little about how you work with your teachers and what support you get.
So we don't use AI in the way people think we do. We use AI, like AI just really averages like our grades and stuff. We don't really like work with AI directly except for stuff like ChatGPT or like fun stuff that we use.
Well, give me an example, because a lot of people, when they think AI, they think, here's a problem and kids are just looking up answers. Is that all you're doing all day?
No. So when we're on a lesson, our teachers can like see our screens. So if we move out of a lesson and go to like search up an answer, they'll know and they can close that tab and send us back to the lesson and they'll pull us and talk to us.
But you've never done that.
No. I'd have some kids to do though. We can't really search up answers. I mean, if you have a phone, you could, but that would be cheating. So I don't do that.
So the AI isn't necessarily giving you answers, it's helping you along the way?
No, the AI is not very direct. It just averages out your lesson plans and gives you the lessons that you need and understand, and it puts you in the right place of academics where you need to be.
So how often does that do that? Because if I were in a traditional school, that could take a month, right? I mean, a teacher would have to figure that out with every kid and lay out an individual plan with every kid. How often do you get a new set of lessons and a new refresh?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day, yeah. And we get like percentages every day or every week. I do know that physical schools with personalized learning cost a lot to go to, especially because of how it's tailored to each student.
When we talk to a lot of families about joining Unbound, they're always curious. They want to jump on the AI revolution, but they say, we want a school with teachers, though. Do you have teachers, and what do they do?
We do have teachers. Each class has at least one teacher. In the morning before we do our academics, we have like challenges and things to get our minds going in the morning. The teachers, they're really smart. They are really encouraging too. So if you can't get something on a lesson, you can go, we're on Zoom, so you can pop into their breakout room and they'll tell you and they'll help you. Our teachers also lead the life skills clubs, so they know about what they are teaching, and they're really fun.
In a virtual setting, when we talk to teachers and talk to prospective parents, they want to know, what are this teachers going to do to get to know my student? Do you feel like your teachers try to build a positive relationship with you?
So our teachers, they really do get to know us. If you are new to the school, you'll have like a little meeting with a teacher and a student counselor. I am a student counselor. They'll talk to you a little bit, get to know you, and they'll help you for the week just to get you accustomed. So you do know your teachers and you can like talk to them personally.
So talking to a lot of parents, they always ask, I don't know if virtual is a good fit for my kid. I don't know if they're motivated. I don't know if I can keep them online. What does Unbound Academy and your teachers do to try to keep you motivated each day?
It keeps you motivated by giving you things to do that you're actually interested in. Like clubs are very interesting, and I really look forward to clubs. And academics, I used to resent academics in traditional school because, oh my gosh, I've got an 8-hour day ahead of me with just papers. But here it's only like 2 hours. You do it, it's done, you get a lunch, and then you come back, and it's clubs. And that's fun. So I'm really motivated. I love school.
Tell us a little bit about the class bank program to keep you motivated.
Okay. So for every lesson you complete, you get 5 class bank points. Class bank points, each one is equal to a cent. So, or like around a cent. And it is basically like a school shop. So you can go on like Amazon or like Etsy or whatever, and you like find something you want and you email the link to your teacher saying, hi, can you please put this on ClassBank? And they'll say yes or no depending on what the product is, and it'll be on your ClassBank. So every day, I think it's every week now, depending on the lessons that you did, you'll earn points. And you use those points to buy the product that you put on the store. It's like a little bank or like a bank account that you have.
So one of the things we do here at Unbound is kids can earn class bank points for completing their assignments. That way they start learning financial literacy, right? You can start budgeting, delayed gratification. You earn your points and you can work towards a goal. Can you tell us a little bit about what are some of the items you've ordered?
Some of the items I've ordered are, I ordered like a pencil pouch because I needed a pencil pouch. And then I ordered some markers. Trying to think of what else. I ordered wireless headphones because the wires were really just driving me crazy. And then currently I'm saving up to buy another book.
Okay. 501? You're probably past 501 already.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Sarah, why would you recommend this school for a friend or to somebody else who's looking for a new challenge?
So it challenges you in places that you wouldn't be normally challenged until like after you graduate college, like writing books and starting businesses. It really helps you understand the real world, and you still get the education, like the academics, but you also get other things that you would actually use in the real world.
Okay. So Sarah, you mentioned the afternoon being used for life skills and things that people learn in college or that they learn to use in the workforce later on. We know that you're a published author at this point. What are other life skills that you're learning?
Last quarter, I had a Harvard level club. It was called Mount Everest. We trained in like escape rooms, like virtual escape rooms. And our last goal was to use the Harvard simulation and climb Mount Everest. I don't know if my team did it or not because I was not in the United States when that club finished. But it was really fun. I love the escape rooms. It was a little chaotic, but yeah, that was a team building club. It was really, like you really had to talk to your peers. I liked that. I feel like a lot of people made new friends in that club, so that was fun.
So Sarah, when I talk to a lot of families, they're always concerned about, well, if my kid's virtual, they're not going to get to interact. I want them to make friends. Have you been able to make friends at Unbound Academy?
I have.
How do you do that?
So basically, when you talk to people, you find a lot of similarities between yourselves. One of my good friends, Peyton, she's at Unbound. She's also writing a book using the same program that I was in, and using that club, we connected over books. And now we're both writing books.
Sarah, you've told your teachers you've read over 500 books last year?
Yes. In the past 4 years, I've read 500 books. Last year, 2024, was the most books I've ever read in a year, 212.
That is a lot. Now, when you think about reading, it's much different when you read and you get wrapped up in a story and an environment. How does it feel now that you have a book that others can read and you're becoming part of other people's readings?
It feels amazing, honestly. I didn't know I could write so well, honestly, until my friends at my old school, I don't know, pushed me. And they're like, you read so much. Have you tried writing? I was like, no, I haven't tried. But apparently I'm good at it.
So I want to ask you about this book, but I want to ask, at Unbound Academy, how did that give you time to write? How did that give you time to do that?
The club time was really free, and it gave me a lot of ideas and prompts and just time, because time was always a thing I struggled with. Like, I never had enough time to write because I was always at school or like doing homework. So I really liked that it gave me enough time to actually work on something big.
Good. Yeah, Sarah, being a published author on Amazon is a huge deal. Yeah. Can you, without giving too much away, can you tell us a little bit about the book? What's the storyline? What's it about?
It's about a fire in Manhattan, New York, that happened in 1911. Its main character is a girl named Mia Woods. She's 15 years old and works at the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory. It's just a little bit about how she survived.
So, Sarah, this is historical fiction. You didn't just make up a story.
No.
You actually had to know a little bit about history to follow that creative journey. Can you talk a little bit about that? Do you have a passion for history? Or?
Actually, historical fiction is not one of my strong points in writing. I usually write science fiction and dystopian books. But I've been actually working on this book for about a year before I published it. So the first draft of this book I wrote when I was in like 6th grade.
You brought this passion to Unbound. We didn't create it. You already had it, right? But what I do love hearing is that we gave you some time to finish it and actually create a product out of it.
Yes.
Do you feel like staying in your other school or in other schools, you would have been able to actually get to this publication piece?
I would not have been able to. Nobody told me that I could publish when I was this young, and nobody really pushed me to finish writing. I was just like, okay, it's there. I didn't have the proper tools either. Like, I didn't know how. I didn't know KDP was a thing.
Sarah, can you tell us a little bit about how you collaborated with other students to make this happen?
Another student in my storytelling club, her name is Peyton. She helped me a lot with reading it and having suggestions. So did Julie.
But can you talk to me a little bit about that? Have you guys extended that learning? Are you still collaborating on that project, even though as a school we said the club is done?
We do still collaborate in the new club, The Studio. We are both in the same session. And we are both writing books. She's writing the same one. She's just still editing it.
So, Sarah, we've got Nothing Left But Embers, your first book that you published, and you've kind of given us a hint that you've got another book in progress. Can you give us a sneak peek at that? What's the next thing you're looking to get in print?
So the next book that I'm hoping to get in print is my more comfortable writing style of science fiction. The book that inspired that is the Wandla series by Tony DiTerlizzi. I really loved that trilogy, and it really inspired me to make my own version in the way that I would love to read.
So how is Unbound Academy preparing you for your next step? You've already become a published author. What's next? What is Unbound Academy doing to push you to the next level?
It's showing me that I can do big things if I put my mind to it, and it's giving me resourceful tools and ideas and teaching me how to do this stuff on my own. So I won't always be in Unbound, but even after I graduate out of it, I still know how to do those things so I can continue. So it doesn't keep it confined to the school. Like, it taught me how to publish, so I know how to publish. It didn't do it for me, if that makes sense.
All right, Sarah, so we're excited that you're our first published author. What advice do you have for other kids, whether they be in Unbound or other schools? What advice do you have for others that want to pursue their passions?
Go for it. If you try really hard and do a little bit of research, you can do it. There's nothing stopping you except yourself and maybe your mom.
How did Unbound Academy motivate you to lead to being published?
Obviously, I had a club, which really helped me. But it also motivated me because it told me that I can do hard things. Even if it seems impossible, I can still try. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if it does work, then do it.
How did you learn that? What are you being pushed to get that message across?
The motto, had I can do hard things, my dad introduced to me when I was younger. But Unbound Academy really put that into motion by helping me publish a book and telling me that I can do it even though I'm young and nobody has really thought that someone this young could publish a book. Like, I can do it even though everybody thinks I can't.
So when I talk to parents about joining Unbound, they ask about, aren't kids too young to learn life skills? Are they, Sarah?
No. No one is too young. You can use life skills throughout your life. My brothers are small, and I'm teaching them things that they can use. There are some really young students that are starting successful businesses. Like, some kid, he's selling his, like, he built a computer and he's selling it for over $2,000.
Wow.
And he's got offers. Like, it's crazy. But, yeah, you can do hard things. Like, you think you can't, but if you really look into it, you can.
So, Sarah, Unbound Academy is new. When you found out that your parents enrolled you here, what was your reaction?
When I lived in Texas, we were actually looking into Novatio. But when we moved to Arizona, we found out that Unbound was free. We were just looking, like scrolling on the internet for like free virtual schools, and we saw Unbound, and I was like, that one sounds similar to the one we were looking at in Texas. And they went, yeah, it's like a sister school. So I was like, can I go to that one? Because it's free. And they said, yeah, why not? So
hard to beat free.
Yeah.
What would you tell your friends back in Texas when they ask about, what do you do in these Arizona schools? How do you describe your experience?
My friends back in Texas, they don't really know what I do because they don't really care, honestly. But if they really heard what I did, they would be like, wow. They know I've published a book, but I don't think they really understand how the school has helped me do that. But I think if they really looked into it, they would really love it.
So, Sarah, how would you react? Let's say that tomorrow something happened and your parents told you that we need to unenroll you from Unbound Academy. What would be your reaction?
Can I do homeschool? I don't want to go to traditional school. I just want to do homeschool.
What would you, if your parents withdrew you from Unbound Academy, what would you miss?
The clubs and the opportunities and my friends and the teachers.
Okay. All right. So, Sarah, how does Unbound Academy feel different than traditional schools?
Like I said before, it gives you a lot more opportunities, and it lets you see that you can do hard things even though you're young, and you can persevere and do things that you thought you would never be able to do, like publish a book. I thought I was only able to publish a book if I was like an adult, but no. So here I am. I'm 13. I'm a published author, and I know the school that I went to back in Texas would have never let me, or not let me, but like never gave me the opportunity to do this.
So, Sarah, I'm going to have you hold one of your books, okay? And so you said Miss Julie was the teacher that worked with you?
Miss Julie was the teacher that worked with me, yes.
Okay. Miss Julie's really excited. She was really proud. I know she asked, like, can I have a printed copy before she ordered?
Yeah.
Do you have a message or anything you'd like to share with Miss Julie?
Thank you for all of the support and encouragement you gave me. And I also want to thank Miss Gabby for helping me with the process of actually publishing.
We're really proud and excited to celebrate Sarah's success with Unbound Academy and really looking forward to her next published book. But before she does that, we're going to ask her to take the first printed copy, and we'd like her to sign one for Unbound Academy. And as she signs that, remember, Unbound Academy focuses on three things. Number one, we want your students to love school. We want them to grow twice as much compared to their peers, and we want them to learn life skills. As we're really excited to see where Sarah's life skills take her next, reach out for more information.
Thank you, Unbound, for all the support and encouragement you have given me through my journey.
Anything else? Anything else you want to say while you've got the mic and being recorded?
Thank you, Peyton, for everything you've done.